Protesters climbed Berlin's iconic Brandenburg Gate earlier in the day. They also unfurled a banner demanding freedom for Palestine and condemning the ongoing conflict in Gaza. The demonstration, which began around noon, lasted just an hour. Over an hour, it attracted crowds of passers-by and tourists visiting the area. Berlin police have deployed around 75 officers to the scene. The police later confirmed that 3 of the protesters were arrested after climbing up using a lifting platform. The remaining 3 protesters were still atop the gate. The police height rescue teams were working to bring them down. Now we move on to Russia and Ukraine. Ukrainian court has detained entrepreneur Lyudmyla Zorina. She is suspected of a $100 million kickback scheme at state-owned nuclear company Energoatom. The scandal has sparked public outrage and forced the resignation of Ukraine's energy and justice ministers. The resignations also follow the detention of 5 people linked to an alleged $100 million kickback scheme at state nuclear agency Energoatom. It comes amid widespread power outages caused by ongoing Russian attacks as well. Now for this discussion, we welcome back John Rosamando. Thank you very much for staying with us. John, now looking at this, how do you think, how is the reputation of Ukraine and its calls for more foreign aid or more support towards Ukraine is being affected by all these corruption scandals coming out?
Well, it completely undermines any confidence that we have in supporting Ukraine. I mean, you've had cases in which weapons that have been provided to the Ukrainian military have ended up in the hands of organized crime figures. You have billions being pocketed by Ukrainian officials to, pad their lifestyles and so forth. So this is something that, really harms Ukraine's stature.
And how might this corruption scandal impact public trust in Ukraine's government from Ukrainian citizens?
Well, I think that just reinforces the fact that the Ukrainian government isn't reliable. I think that if we want to deal with Vladimir Putin and his kleptocracy, Ukraine has to be a step above that. But Ukraine is showing that it can't be relied on.
Do you think that U.S. should still support or fund Ukraine and should send military equipment to Ukraine?
Well, I think that Ukraine is in the fight of its life, and that's the only thing keeping the Russians from advancing. I think that it needs to be some sort of mechanism, financially or otherwise, to create a firewall between the Ukrainian officials and their ability to misspend the money and misallocate the weapons they're given.
And how do you think, how is it affecting President Zelensky's administration and also his image and his support now?
Well, that's why you had all the resistance by the Trump administration in the beginning, and a lot of resistance from, people in the MAGA movement here in the U.S. against Ukraine. The Ukrainians can't be relied on.
Yes, indeed. With that, I would like to thank John Rosamando for joining us as the president of Viking Research Associates.